Now at 5:30, many in eastern Kentucky could be losing disability payments because of a federal fraud investigation.
Also on WKYT this morning, we're learning more details about the man who police say is connected to the disappearance of a Monroe County toddler who was later found dead.
We are tracking a developing international story. Several top officials for FIFA, soccer's governing body for soccer, have been arrested on corruption charges. We'll tell you how they were arrested and where, coming up in a live report.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's so nice to have you with us here on Wednesday. It's May 27th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hopefully you're having an easier day than maybe yesterday, getting up and getting going after that long Memorial Day weekend.
And all of a sudden it's hump day, you know, the middle of the week, with folks having a shorter week for the most part.
And we're dealing with some rain, and we'll get the latest on that with Micah.
Yeah, and we had some pretty good rain yesterday. As we approach the afternoon off into the evening hours, this line of showers and thunderstorms come rolling through and dropped anywhere from ½ an inch to about 2 inches of rain. First Alert Defender Live Radar, there is your look. Nice clean sweep. Temperatures though, it's warm, it's humid outside. Doesn't feel that good again this morning. We look for that 24-hour plan. Remember, afternoon, small chance, evening, night, that's your better opportunity. I'll show you what you can expect out of that and also your next few days heading off into your weekend. That comes up in about 10 minutes.
Okay, see you then. Thank you.
Hundreds of people in eastern Kentucky could be soon losing their disability payments because of a federal fraud investigation.
They got letters from the Social Security Administration notifying them that their payments are being suspended. All of them are clients of Floyd County Attorney Eric Kahn. Let's go to WKYT's Mark Barber live in Lexington with more on the case.
Yeah, Mark, how many people could this affect?
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. More than 800 letters have been sent out to the clients of Eric Kahn. Those letters have been saying that their disability payments have been suspended, according to our partners at the Herald Leader. State Senator and Attorney Ray Jones told the Herald Leader that many of Kahn's clients are innocent. While Kahn has not been charged yet, the Social Security Administration is cutting off the benefits for many of his clients as the federal fraud investigation continues. 2 years ago, a congressional report accused Kahn and Judge David Doherty of working together to approve about 1,800 disability cases. A former employee for the attorney says Kahn would also have doctors with suspicious credentials sign off on reports because they wouldn't question red flags. The congressional report states that Kahn ran the disability scheme from 2006 to 2010. In that time, Kahn made $4.5 million in lawyer fees that were paid for by Social Security. Now, according to the Herald Leader, many of Kahn's clients will now have trouble finding another attorney to help them reevaluate their eligibility for disability benefits. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Sure, there's more to come out of that. Okay, thanks so much, Mark. Well, new this morning, Lexington police are investigating an overnight shooting. This one happened just before 2 in the morning on 12th Street. Officers found a man suffering from a gunshot wound to the leg. They say his injuries are non-life-threatening. At this point, police have not said whether or not they're looking for a shooter.
State police have charged a man connected to the disappearance of a Monroe County toddler who was later found dead. But Anthony Barber's current charges are not connected to the death of 2-year-old Lainey Wallace. Barber is being charged with kidnapping of an adult, burglary, and resisting arrest. Those charges stem from his arrest Monday in Temple Hill in Barron County, where he is accused of holding a woman at gunpoint while she drove him to Glasgow. That woman says Barber told him what happened to Lainey.
That she had fallen, had an accidentally fell.
Lainey's body was found Monday in a well near the home where she lived with Barber and her mother. She and Barber had been missing since May 17th. Lainey's autopsy results have not been released yet. Additional charges are expected for Barber.
A Central Kentucky school is trying to raise money to help with funeral costs for a student who died in a car crash. When students and staff at Bourbon County Middle School came back from the Memorial Day holiday, they put a rose on 13-year-old Emily Sam's desk in each one of her classes. Sam's was riding with her parents Saturday when their car crashed on I-64 in Scott County. They were on their way to her volleyball tournament in Louisville.
She has had a fun personality and liked to goof around, and we shared some laughs at lunch on occasion, and I'll miss those times for sure.
Students are working on making T-shirts to sell. The proceeds will go to Emily's family to help offset funeral costs. Sam's mother and father were also involved in the crash. Her mother, Shella, is in critical condition. We're told she's the special education director for the Bourbon County School District.
The time this morning is 5:35 here on WKYT. Sheriff's deputies made a disturbing discovery during a traffic stop in Boyle County. Deputies say they found two teenage girls passed out and high on drugs when they pulled a man over on US 127 in Junction City. Deputies arrested the driver, 19-year-old Zachary Zelius. They say he was dealing in synthetic drugs. Jeslas does admit to that, but he claims that he does not touch other drugs.
I just mess with weed and Ren. I don't do with nothing else. I will not touch anything else. I will never do anything else.
The girls were taken to the hospital, but their condition is not known to us at this time.
4 people charged with the murder of a Madison County man will be in court later today. Christopher Coleman, Kirk Garrett, Christy Mattingly, and Don Attaway are all charged with shooting and killing 25-year-old Roy Combs 2 weeks ago. Combs' body was found in a rock quarry along Athens Boonesboro Road. Police first arrested Don Attaway and then Christy Mattingly. They later found and arrested Garrett and Coleman in Ohio.
A Perry County grand jury has indicted a county clerk on harassment charges. Haven King has been indicted on 7 charges, including harassment, menacing, and stalking. A college student claims that King followed her and harassed her. The victim videotaped the incident, which shows King asking the woman why she was driving a car with a handicapped license plate.
Because you've got a handicap plate on this, and are you handicapped?
That's not your business. That's not your business.
County clerk, it is my business.
Prosecutors claim King was speeding and tailgated the victim's car for several miles. The indictment states that he misrepresented his office and had no authority to follow a person or keep them from leaving. However, King's attorney is asking folks to withhold their judgment until they hear King's side of the story.
Well, a group of convicted burglars in Ohio are giving tips to folks on how to protect their homes from other burglars. The inmates are explaining how they chose homes they robbed and what they were looking for. The men say they looked for easy points of entry and would search for hard-to-find items.
A lot of people think second-story windows don't need to be locked. You lock them too. If I had something I didn't want nobody to see so they wouldn't steal it, I'm going to make sure I keep it hid.
Police say more than half of all residential burglaries happen during the daytime. They say homeowners should list their belongings on websites like Report It. There you can log information and photos of your property to make it easier for police to find after a crime. We're tracking a developing international story this morning. Several officials from FIFA, that's the world's governing body for soccer, were arrested on corruption charges. WKYT Sean Moody is at our live desk. Sean, where were these arrests made?
Good morning, Rebecca. They happened at a luxury hotel in Zurich, Switzerland. That's where FIFA's leaders had gathered for an annual meeting. In fact, in the past 20 minutes or so, they've been holding a news conference in which they just said they will be going ahead with their voting for their FIFA presidential election on Friday. The New York Times reports Swiss law enforcement officials were acting on indictments for 14 people that came after an FBI investigation. There have been rumors of corruption at FIFA for years. CBS News reports this case centers around bribes and kickbacks of more than $100 million that go back to the 1990s. Now, just in the past hour, the Associated Press reported Swiss officials have opened an investigation into the selection process for the 2018 and 2022 World Cups in Russia and Qatar. In December, FIFA closed an internal investigation into the bidding process for those tournaments, and they said they found no reason to go back on their decisions. In that news conference just a few minutes ago, FIFA said they had ruled out revotes on those tournaments. Now, FIFA's president, Sepp Blatter, is not charged in this case, though CNN reported he is being investigated. CNN also reported that Jeffrey Webb, a vice president at FIFA, was one of the 6 people arrested last night. Now, that FIFA news conference is happening right now. It began about 20 minutes ago. We'll be listening into it, and we'll bring you the latest as it comes in. At the live desk, Sean Moody, WKYT.
All right, and 265 million people around the world take part in soccer, a huge participatory sport. We'll stay on top of that. 5:40 now on WKYT this morning. Kentucky Senator and presidential hopeful Rand Paul has released a new book. His thoughts on the Republican brand, he says, quoting here, It sucks. In his book, he says the Republican brand is broken. He thinks the party's image scares away minority voters who would otherwise vote Republican. At a book signing event yesterday in New York City, he also drew some laughs from the crowd when he took jabs at NSA leaker Edward Snowden and the director of National Intelligence, James Clapper.
Is Snowden a hero or a villain? What should we do with people who break our country's secrets? I think he's committed civil disobedience, and he thought that there was a higher purpose, but there has to be punishment. So what I've proposed as punishment, Snowden and Clapper should be in the same cell talking about liberty and security.
Paul had spoken on the Senate floor last week for 10.5 straight hours to try to stop legislation that would extend the power of the NSA.
Well, photobomb and NSFW, also meaning not safe for work. These phrases and acronyms may just sound like slang, but according to Merriam-Webster, they are now part of the dictionary. They're part of about 1,700 words added in the latest update to Merriam-Webster's unabridged dictionary. Many of the new entries reflect global language trends that are going digital. Others reflect trends in cuisine and fashion.
All right, a lot of new words out there.
Yeah, I think selfie got added a couple years ago, so
all right.
Maybe selfie stick is the new one.
Yeah, there you go. You could always add that in. All right, time to check live drive traffic this morning at 5:41. Let's see what's happening bright and early as we take a look over at Nicholasville and Alumni.
Which looks good, but another reminder that that section of Alumni between Nicholasville and Taste Creek still closed all summer long for construction on roundabouts.
And the resurfacing has resumed on I-75 between Richmond and Lexington, so keep that in mind, especially northbound. Another lane restriction. They had pulled all that back, you know, for the holiday to let traffic flow more easily.
It tried to flow, but there were some issues.
There were still clogs, that's right, but at least it was a little better than if you'd had one less lane. More news coming up for you Wednesday morning on WKYT.
If you want to show your support for presidential candidates, many of those in the running offering up some humorous swag for their supporters. We'll show you what Kentucky U.S. Senator Rand Paul has in his campaign shop in 5 minutes.
And we're looking outside, not really seeing much go on this morning, but scattered thunderstorms in the forecast all the way through your weekend. I'll show you which day is the best day to stay mainly dry. That comes up in just a few minutes.